Jimmy Pitaro might end up losing his job at ESPN. White guy. He's in trouble. What does he do when he's got to decide between Rachel Nichols and Maria Taylor? He finds another black girl to promote over Rachel Nichols. He knows that the victimization pyramid, he might end up having to promote somebody else above him. I guarantee you, Jimmy Pitaro's on the phone at ESPN right now. He's underneath his desk. He's got his helmet on. There are Woj bombs landing everywhere. The whole place is in an uproar. And he's like, find me a transgender CEO. I don't care where they are. I don't care where they live right now. I need them in charge of ESPN right now. I'm going to become the CFO. I'll just be the CFO. I don't care what it takes. Find me. Can Caitlyn Jenner take over at ESPN right now? Can you find me the most marginalized person in the history of America that I can give my job up to, because I understand they're outside my office right now. They are chanting. They have got all sorts of spears and arrows, and there's a guillotine, and they want to put me in prison, and they want to march me out because I'm not woke enough. Can we finesse? Can you go back in time and somehow fraudulently make it look like I gave $200,000 to Barack Obama's 2008 presidential campaign before he was even the Democratic nominee? I want to, can you go back in time and can you make it so that I paid Barack Obama's tuition when he was at Harvard Law School? Jimmy Pitaro's on the phone right now. I need in some way, I know he was born before me, but can you somehow figure out how I can prove that I paid for the Reverend Al Sharpton's divinity degree? I need some bona fides from way back when so I can step in front of everybody and say, hey, you guys think I was racist, but I was such an ally. I was such an ally that I marched with Dr. Martin Luther King. That's what Jimmy Pitaro is going to say. People will say, wait a minute, you weren't even born yet, Jimmy Pitaro, when Martin Luther King was marching. I was there. He is like, this is how scared the apocalypse, the woke-pocalypse has arrived at ESPN. Jimmy Pitaro, he's trying to figure out what he can do to survive. Rachel Nichols is on the phone with all these other rich white people. She's like, I was woke. How are they doing this to me? Don't they understand that the only people who need to lose their jobs are Trump-supporting white guys? Do they even understand that I'm a white woman? Do they know how marginalized historically I have been? And they just cast me aside. And Woj is like, wait a minute. I told that senator, F you. Do you guys not even remember last summer? Do you not remember I was raising my fist? I got BLM tattooed on my chest. There's nobody more BLM than Adrian Wojnarowski. Look at him. I got my initials right now. Woj may maybe tonight during the NBA Finals, they may go to Woj and be like, hey, Woj, who do you think's going to win tonight? Do you think that it's more likely that the Bucks are going to win or the Suns are going to win? And Woj is just going to stand up and take off his shirt and say, this doesn't matter. Nothing matters about basketball. I want all of you to see my new BLM name tag, back tat. It's rising like a phoenix. I don't even want to talk about this game right now. All that matters, guys, is Black Lives Mattering. And I just think right now, as a part of the pregame, we should just sit here and you and me and everybody else out there, we should have a woke poetry jam led by me, Adrian Wojnarowski, about why Black Lives Matter so much and how insignificant basketball is in the grand scheme of things. That's why I'm here, because Black Lives Matter so much. I'm not even kidding. I think Woj's got Black Lives Matter written on his back right now like it's his name tag. He might even take his jersey off, like I said, and Woj's just going to be sitting there shirtless, Black Lives Matter just tatted all over him. He's got different people's names tatted all over him. There's nobody who has ever loved Jacob Blake more. George Floyd, Woj, if he has kids, he's going to rename them. They're all renamed after alleged police misconduct victims. He's gone already. I'm telling you, this is where we are. This is where the natural end of this, and this is history, right? Anybody who has ever studied revolutions, they never end with peace. with the small possibility exception of the United States Revolution, which most people probably haven't ever studied, so they don't know anything about, even though we just celebrated a couple days ago. They almost always end in violence. And the revolutionaries, just like happened with Robespierre and crew in the French Revolution, they end up getting guillotined because it becomes a battle of true believers. That is what we are seeing right now.